He need one.
That's awesome. That's what the name is.
Call the meeting to order for Franklin Special School District Special Call Meeting. It's Monday, January the 31st. As always, the flag somewhere will stand and do our pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time, is there anyone here for public input? Seeing no one for public input, we will declare that public input is now closed. Before we go to approval of the board agenda,
Since we distract from Mel this year, I thought it'd be good to have him give an update on the incident off the road last week. Just for a few minutes, if you had any questions.
Yes, sir. Dr. Sheldon, Board, first of all, I'd like to come here with hat in hand and apologize for the events that unfolded. It's embarrassing to Manifold, myself. We've taken this very seriously at a corporate level and on the job site. Really shattered the spirits of the people last week, employees and craft people all on the site. We're embarrassed and we're taking it very personal to ensure the safety of the students, the teachers, and all of everybody around that area is the utmost importance to us. And over the last week, we've taken a hard look at ourselves, practices that we have in place, and we've done a few things to what we believe will ensure that this, as best as possible, can never occur again. So what I'd like to do is let you know some of those things that we've done. So since last week, we've had multiple people come up and do evaluations of the site, including Tennessee Ocean, who came in and did an inspection, and after review, they found the job site to be in conformance with the exception of this event, which, as the fire marshal had noted, there was propane that existed within the container, and then also a heater that had been stored within that container. It's all public record. What we've done is before now, it was being looked at where Adam and Adam Sider, who you've all met, was leading this project, and I was in the process of transitioning over to this community, which we did at the beginning of the year. What we had talked about is having a line of delineation after this project finished, where I would start taking on leadership responsibility of your projects with the central office and facilities transportation center. With the understanding of me being in the community now, with my 18 years of experience with Manifold, and another senior project manager we recently hired, we pulled that timeline back to be immediate, to where myself and Blake Osteen, who started with Manifold, is now involved in the project, and we're not there to do any. We're there to support Adam and to support the team that's already there without any changes, but with a heightened sense of focus on safety, security, quality, and completion of the project, emphasis on protection of the general public, the students, the things that need to be at the forefront of the mind. We reevaluated our combustible storage, making sure that anything that didn't need to be out there was removed. We've set up a perimeter, and we have labeled each specific location of every combustible that's on site, be it diesel, gas to operate, power blowers, pressure washers, or the propane that's being used to put the roofing membrane down to the roof that's heated. So all those things are known and understood. We've added additional training to employees that are on site. I've enrolled a gentleman that's on site for OSHA 10-hour training, OSHA 30-hour training, which has already started. We've rolled out additional literature to the subcontractors to inform them of the dangers of combustibles and the proper storage techniques. Those were reviewed last Wednesday with them early in the morning. We had a shutdown of our site where we reviewed the combustibles. And in addition to that, we continue to put those on our weekly subcontractor coordination meetings, and we're having the subcontractors walk with us through the job site to review to review the locations of combustibles, to review the safety and security of the site, where their focus can be, you know, before it's going to work, yeah, they might have lost a little focus of what the importance of what we were doing is that building a student around, or building a new facility for students and teachers that are right there with us. And we're just bringing that back into the forefront of their mind, reminding them on a daily basis. We're doing daily site investigations that include now job site containers, not just the job site itself. So we're looking at the containers that are out there, as if those are also a part of the job. And so the employees are going into those and inspecting those for combustibles or other materials that may not need to be there, tools that aren't properly, don't have proper guards, etc. And then we've implemented nightly walks to ensure that no combustibles are left inside the building. So during the day, some things are used, and it's proper to take the LP tank into the building while you're using it here. But after you're done with it, you're supposed to shut it off, remove whatever equipment's attached to it, and carry it back outside for the proper storage location. And so the individuals that are shutting down the job site are doing that on a nightly basis, and then I'm receiving documentation of that on a nightly, every night. And then on the corporate level, I think it's important to note, and I've already noted that our CEO, he had actually come up here, our division president had come over here to inspect, to understand what had happened. And that those investigations will continue to ensure we understand the root cause. But they're on a corporate level. Last Thursday, we shut down every job site in NAPOLS and rolled out combustible material training to every employee, every subcontractor, every supplier, anybody that was on site participated in that. So for an hour last Thursday, every job site in NAPOLS had across all of our company was shut down. And those are the things that we're doing to ensure the safety of your students that you're responsible for, and students and everyone across the entire country that we serve. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Once again, coming here hat in hand, we're very apologetic and very embarrassed by what happened.
Appreciate that, sir. Approval of board agenda. Motion.
Motion to approve the board agenda.
Lena, Robert. All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor? Any discussion? Business before the board, Dr. Smith.
Yes, first item is the annex property commercial realtor recommendation. Excuse me. At the October 18th board meeting, the board directed the committee, myself, Dr. Essling, or Mr. Stillings, to recommend a commercial real estate firm to represent the district in the sale of the central office annex and the Fairground Street property. The committee advertised in the Wednesday AM to solicit proposals and emailed 35 commercial, local, and national real estate brokerage firms, informing them of this opportunity. We had 7 firms submit proposals and selected the top 3 to give in-person presentations. After much discussion and a full review of all credentials, the committee recommends the FSSD board enter into a contract with a team of Joyce Friedman of Crylike Realtors and Tom Magley of Magley Realty, and gives the current and asks that you give the current committee the authority to negotiate a final agreement. Once a final agreement has been reached, we'll bring it back to the board for ratification.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Motion to approve.
Walker, is there a second?
I'll second.
Dale, is there a discussion?
I just have a question. Are we using 2 different firms to work together? Or are they each representing, are we using 2 different firms and see how it turns out from each firm? Because it's 2 different firms, so I wasn't sure, do they work together on this or?
They are working together, and we'll ask, they're here tonight, so if they want to, they told the committee what they're doing, so either one of you would like to comment on that? That's a great question, because we had the same question.
Thank you. Joyce Friedman with Crylike, Tom Magley,
felt it real important to do a team, two different firms, because we both, our specialties are so unique, but together we're a powerhouse. And, you know, Tom has been forever in Franklin, and, you know, knows all the ins and outs of Williamson County. I've been here 28 years. But Crye, who I moved with, is the third largest real estate company. We're full service. So, you know, our reach is really way out there nationally. So that's why we just felt we were a great team, and I love that concept. Does that kind of answer your question? And it's allowed in real estate to have co-brokers in different firms. It just might look like a lot more paperwork, but they'll figure it out.
Another reason, I'm Tom Maggie with Maggie Realty Company. Another reason is, really, when you examine what the special school district has, you have two kinds of property. You have the commercial property of the school, 60,000 square feet, and you have the residential property, the lots along Battle Avenue in Brook Fairground. To be frank about it, Joyce has a deep pocket of residential experience that I do not have. I'm a commercial broker. And when I looked at the RFP, that's when I really realized that it's going to take two specialties to get, our goal is to get the most money that we can. And so instead of just throwing it out here to just a pure commercial brokerage, I'm sure y'all probably have this. You know, commercial broker, residential broker, well, residential broker, it doesn't fit. But the lots, you know, yeah, I mean, I could sell commercial lots, but let's go with the residential agent who works with builders, knows builders, and so forth, and that's why we did it that way.
Have you two ever worked together before?
No.
We have not. So,
But I will tell you, my broker, like, raved about him. I said, I need a good commercial broker. And she said, he is the man. And we complement one another. He is great with, you know, pulling people together. I'm in the marketing side. So,
I'd like to make sure, I think, the great capability of long term and representative for their businesses.
I have one other question. Because we are getting to the cost.
The answer is no, but we haven't reached the final agreement yet.
I got you. The goal will not be the double.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually,
Oh, jeez. And they left me. All right, thank you, Bob. Had a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Not, all in favor? Thank you. Snowden.
Item number 2, Central Office Phase 1A, Maintenance Transportation Facility, or Facilities and Transportation Center. I guess it's a formal name. Based on the projected construction cost of $1,753,643, we recommend board approval of Phase 1A of the Central Office Complex, which includes the repair of the outside of the building currently on site that will become the Facilities and Transportation Center, FTC. This approval will provide permission for Wold, HFR, and Navajo Corporation to move forward with Phase 1A with the understanding that the Navajo team will continue to work towards providing a guaranteed maximum price for the project. We recommend approval.
All right, thank you, sir. Recommended approval. Is there a motion? Townsend, motion. Is there a second? All right, Walker, discussion?
I have a question. The 1.7 projected construction cost, that's for the repair of the outside of the building. We don't have any other costs yet. We don't have the guaranteed maximum price for the project yet.
correct.
We're just approving the beginning part of the
Get started.
outside building. Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna make sure.
Further discussion? Motion and a second. We'll do a roll call vote. All those in favor, Mr. Townsville? Approved. Ms. Bell? Dr. Sealy? Ms. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Newman?
Yes.
And Mr. Blair is a yes. It has been approved. Thank you. Snowden, Dr. Esselman, is there any other business before the board? All right, board members, is there anything? There is nothing else, we are adjourned.
Here's my.
Yeah, yeah.